I'm going to go now.
Go where?
What's the deal, my people? Teflon in the building with another Game of Thrones Season 8 video. And the number one question left in my comment section, without a shadow of a doubt, and this question is asked over and over and over again, is what was Bran doing? Where did Bran go during this scene with Theon? Now, this could be cut and dry, but there could be a little bit more to it. So we're going to break down this scene, and I'm going to explain to you exactly what I thought Bran Stark was doing. But before I do, if you can, please hit that thumbs up button. We're trying to get 500 likes before 24 hours so we can trigger the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe and click that bell so you can be notified every time I drop a new Game of Thrones video, because we're going for it all, people. That big silver button in the sky. Help a brother out. Now, in dealing with the whole Bran Stark situation and what happened with Bran this season, everything that built up to what Bran was supposed to do, it's kind of confusing because we've seen this guy go through all this training. We've seen a lot of people die in order for him to go through all this training. And it seems that he did all this training just so he could be bait. Just so he can sit there and try to lure the Night King to him and then just take him out, right? But it has to be more than that. That is no way that they could have spent all these seasons with Bran Stark, him traveling up to the Three-Eyed Raven, him coming back from that, and all of a sudden, all of he is bait. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me, so there has to be more to this story.
You are the Three-Eyed Raven, no?
I didn't have time to learn. I can't control anything.
Must learn to control it before the Night King comes. Drink.
Now, what was he supposed to learn before the Night King came? Because the only thing we seen him do was walk into those birds. Now, it seemed like he had control over those birds and walking ability before this actually happened. So it's hard for me to think that that's what Benjen was talking about when he says you must learn to control it before the Night King comes. We've seen him walk into Hodor. We have seen him walk into wolves. So he knows how to do this pretty well. So what else could it be? Now, we do see Bran learning his powers when he's getting dragged off by Mira. It's flashbacks. That's what we constantly see him learning from flashbacks. So is he supposed to get some type of knowledge that was supposed to help them defeat the Night King? Because if he did not use this at this particular time. Now, when Bran does walk into these birds, this is the first time that we actually get a good shot of the Night King. We've seen the winds going around, but we never got a good shot of him until Bran walked into these birds. So it could be just cut and dry that Bran Stark sent those birds out so the Night King could find him, and that's what he was trying to do, use the birds to lure the Night King towards him. But as I said earlier, Bran had already mastered this power somewhat before Benjen spoke to him. He already had the ability to walk into birds. He was already good at that. So I don't believe that it had to be that. It has to be something else dealing with some knowledge. That's what Bran was supposed to be killed for. That's what the Night King wanted to kill him for, because he had too much knowledge. He didn't want him to expose something or wipe all the knowledge of the history away, right? So Bran must be able to see something that the Night King doesn't want the world to know about. Because that's what it seems Bran's true power is, just to drop dimes on people. You know what I mean? It just seems that he has the ability to go back in the time, see the truth, and just drop a dime on your ass if you're telling a lie. That's exactly what got Peter Baelish killed.
I deny it. None of you were there to see what happened. None of you knows the truth.
You held a knife to his throat. You said I did warn you not to trust me.
Stopping dry-ass Bran. That is what his power, his true purpose is. To drop dimes on people. Is it peeping Tom? who drops dimes. And he's gonna drop a dime on somebody else in an important situation. I think that's what truly is going to happen. Now, when we look at this scene before Bran goes to the weirwood tree, it seems pretty suspicious that he kinda looks at Tyrion for a little while. So I think there's a good possibility that Bran is going to drop a dime on Tyrion, because that look he's giving him is without a doubt a type of look like, I know something about you. I can't say at this particular time because there's stuff going on, but I know something about you that we're going to have to expose you on later on. And I think that could be it. Now, we've seen Tyrion trying to get close with Sansa, or almost getting close with Sansa in the Winterfell crypts.
It's the most heroic thing we can do now. Look the truth in the face.
Maybe we should have stayed married.
You were the best of them.
It could be a situation that, hey, they surprised, blah, blah, now they're going to get together. But nope, that is not going to happen, because Bran knows something about this man. And he's going to expose Tyrion for his treachery when this is all said and done. Because there's no way that Tyrion is a good guy. He's a Lannister. There are no good Lannisters. I know there's a lot of Jaime Lannister fans out there, but when you look at the whole of the story of the Lannisters, they are the evil people in this story. And Tyrion is going to be exposed for what he truly is, and that is a Lannister. And I think we could see a lot of this treachery, a lot of this backstabbing that Tyrion Lannister has planned with his own family, with Cersei Lannister. I do not believe the whole thing that she wants to go and get Tyrion killed. I don't buy that story. That's just a story. Because when we look at when Jon Snow and Tyrion are talking about lying, you can see without a shadow of a doubt the camera lingers on Tyrion when he starts talking about being deceitful.
Talk about my father if you want. Tell me that's the attitude that got him killed. But when enough people make false promises, words stop meaning anything.
I mean, that's a long time, is it not, for the camera to linger on him with no sound, for no reason, and then Jon Snow picks up the conversation again right after that. And there has to be a reason why. Tyrion had to go see his sister alone. Sure, they want to throw you off and be like, oh, Tyrion Lannister's doing the brave thing. He's going to risk his life and go and meet Cersei Lannister, who hates him so much and everything else. But I think Tyrion got played in this whole situation. And that is why she touched her stomach to let him know that she was pregnant. I think Tyrion got played, and he is just fell victim to Cersei's games, because he is not as smart as people give him credit for, and Cersei is not as dumb as people think. She knows how to manipulate people, and she knows how to manipulate Tyrion. Tyrion has been nothing but a Lannister this whole time. That's all he's ever wanted to be, is accepted as a Lannister.
My dear brother, there are times you make me wonder whose side you're on.
My dear brother, you wound me. You know how much I love my family.
Commit to the blockade of King's Landing. We have a plan. It's still the right plan.
The right plan. Your strategy has lost us Dawn, the Iron Islands, and the Reach.
If I have underestimated our enemy...
Our enemies? Your family, you mean? Perhaps you don't want to hurt them after all.
I always live by the line, if someone shows you who they are, believe them. And Tyrion has shown us time and time again who he is. Now, they try to sugarcoat certain things to make you forget about all the things he has done, but Tyrion is not a nice guy. He's never been a nice guy, and I think that he is the one to flip on Daenerys and Jon Snow, but he's going to get exposed by Bran Stark, who's going to drop a dime on his ass when it's all said and done and expose Tyrion for what he is, because there's no reason for them not to show the finishing of Tyrion and Cersei's meeting. They should have showed that whole thing play out, but they didn't. They cut it, and then he just comes back after the meeting. There's a reason why they did that. They're going to show us that flashback, I believe, with Bran Stark. Bran is going to see that, and he's going to expose Tyrion, because whatever was said right then between Cersei and Tyrion we didn't see, it's going to be Bran to come and drop a dime on that ass in the end, and that is what's going to get Tyrion caught in his lies. But you tell me in the comment section, what do you think? Do you think Peepin' Tom, dime dropping Bran will expose Tyrion Lannister for what he truly is? And that is Tywin Lannister's son. He is the closest thing to Tywin out of all of his children. Even though Cersei would like to be, it's not. It's Tyrion. He is truly Tywin. Let me know in the comment section. And as always, peace and stay sexy.